What's up, goofballs? Today we're back with the series where we try to answer the question, how far can we go trying to win streak on Blackdeck Gold Stake? We currently have a streak going. We have 3 total wins in the series, and 2 of those, as you can see through our stats, are from a streak. These are our stats not going into endless ever. Highest round, as you can see, is 24. We try not to go into endless. I think it says highest ante 9 because I wanted to check something after we won a match. But we don't go into endless so that it doesn't skew any of our results. These are our most used jokers. Blue Joker really popping off because of the pair meta. Riff Raff is insane for the early game, just generating stability there. Hologram is like the best X-Molt scaler in the game, debatably. Supernova and Grimbo and Burglar, again, just pair synergy things. Mercury cards, because we've been playing a ton of pairs. We had 1 high card run, so we have a ton of Plutos there as well. All of our Tarots are pretty much just Econ and then Tower for some reason, probably for Ride the Bus maybe, I don't actually remember. Most used Spectrals, we have popped 1 Soul. Our first win was a Tribule Chad run, and then our vouchers here. We are on a 2 win streak, like I said, and we're going to see if we can continue that today. My guess? Probably not, and here's why. I've recently made a discovery in the past couple of weeks that I am awful at this game when I do not get scaling jokers handed to me. When I have scaling jokers in Gold Stake, I can get Gold Stake wins all day, every day, including on Blackdeck, as you guys saw in the last video. When I don't get scaling jokers, like Grimbo, like Ride the Bus, stuff like that, I am far less consistent at getting wins. First off, first shop is rough. 2 rares in the shop. Even if we, I wouldn't buy these just because 4 of a kind, pretty unlikely that we're going to be playing those until the late game, so why would I buy it now? Same thing with license. This is like, I actually like license. You can see we have a gold sticker on it, but it's also, we need 16 enhanced cards in our deck for this. It's probably pretty unlikely that we're going to get those 16 enhanced cards in the first couple of antes, so like, why would I pick this up? But also, we just can't afford them, so like, it's irrelevant whether or not I think they're good here. Now we have to choose between the small buffoon and the big buffoon. I think the small buffoon is probably what I'm going to go with since it lets us keep more money, but the big buffoon, obviously we get to see 2 more cards, so there's more of a chance of there being something meaningful in the big buffoon. Maybe we go with the big buffoon then, just so that we have like some stability, I guess, because stability is kind of what you want in the early game on Blackdeck. Let's go with the big buffoon. Normally I would go with the small. Okay, we are rewarded because we would have seen these 2 cards. The way I'm pretty sure Joker packs work in this game, we would have seen these 2 cards and not these 2 cards. So we do get rewarded with the Grimbo early on for taking the big buffoon. I'm not gonna complain about that, you know. Okay, so I think while Grimbo's at 0, let's maybe fish for a flush. We're gonna get +1 molt, so this is gonna score us a good amount of points, and then from here on we can just play whatever the game decides to hand us. This is a fine straight we can get out in 2, and Grimbo's at +2. That seems perfectly fine. We get an extra $1. We are going to be pretty broke. Excuse me, unfortunately. Ooh, maybe... Excuse me, maybe Faceless Joker changes that. Probably not the best with Grimbo this early in the game, though. I think this is just a go next moment. That's maybe a little awkward, but it is what it is. We can play a pair and still hold 4 to a flush. I love that line. The pair is maybe not the most points, but it's points. This looks kind of bad. If we can get a flush, we can win here, but we're going to need to hit the flush. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this wins. If not, we can always just discard for a better flush. Yeah, 585 on top of 115. This will get us 700 exactly. Okay. Still broke, but we do have a Grimbo at +5. As long as we can get a chip Joker, you know, we're chilling. So flush on Grimbo is like 600-ish points. Pair on Grimbo is 100-ish points. Maybe 200-ish points. I guess it depends on the pair that we score pretty heavily. So we can probably make it through the small blind without worrying. But maybe we want to take the Jupiter card just in case, because the Jupiter card gives us like a lot. Like if we take this Jupiter card and we find a flush, we get out of the small blind pretty freely. I don't think we need it. just because we're going to be scaling Grimbo in the blind as well. But it's definitely a path that we could take. Could also take this top-up tag, honestly. I'm not a fan of missing out on money on the black deck, but we're probably, unless we get extraordinarily lucky, we're probably using all 3 of our hands to get through this blind anyway. So we would be spending the $2 of interest and a shop to get 2 common jokers. I think I'm fine with taking a top-up. Not a good top-up. Punished. We have an egg and a business card. Those are both really good, don't get me wrong. Those are both actually, like, fantastic. However, I don't think they really help us survive against the big blind. I was really hoping to maybe get a... I was really hoping to get, like, a chips joker to go along with Grimbo. This is maybe a bit awkward. How much does... Okay, we have... Well, we wouldn't have 3 clubs in hand. We'd have 2 clubs in hand. Mostly clubs in the deck. We can probably fish out a flush if we take down some Grimbo points, and this scores... Excuse me, this gets us up to 1,000 points. Let's just ship the 3 of a kind. We did get a lot of money off of the business card as well. Okay, and we top deck the flush. Does this win? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yes, this does indeed win. Whew. No business card money, that's okay. I'm just glad to be alive. Egg gets valued up. We might end up just popping this egg, depending... Yeah, see, our shop is, like, really not looking good. The goad could also end up being kind of bad for us. If we get, like, a good chip hand, we could probably get out in less than 1 hand. Maybe we just take this tower here and expect it to be money positive. I think tower is completely fine for us here. Like, what is this pair score? It's gonna score nothing at all because we're only scoring 6 chips. 176. But if we add 50 chips to that, there's better pairs to add it to, so I think we just play this one to scale the Grimbo. But like if we add 50 chips to a pretty decent pair, we can get out. This is not looking too good. This is gonna score nothing. Okay, we need to make 2K in a hand. We could do a 3 of a kind with a rock. Maybe that wins. I think we make a rock here no matter what. So let's pop a rock. How much does this score? 3 of a kind plus a rock. This has got to be enough. 1,400. Ooh. Ooh, that's not so good. Yeah, we probably just die here. The full house has got to be worse because it's not scoring the rock. 980, yep. I think I flew a bit close to the sun playing that that high card. Yeah. Well, there goes the win streak. Tragic, but it is what it is. We should have discarded that high card. I thought the rock would make a lot more points than it actually ended up making. That's on me for not being able to gauge score. Okay, well, now we just got to build another streak. I like how I say I'm probably not going to win because when I don't get scaling jokers, I die, and then I get shop 1 Grimbo, and I still die. It's okay. Chat, it wasn't copium, I promise. Anyway. Completely fine to just get out in 2 hands. I would like to get out in 1, but I don't really think discarding there was worth. We could have, but it is what it is. Red card I love, but not as a first pick, and I hate rentals on this deck. So maybe just go Buffoon. These are both awful. Satellite is not even like that bad on black deck, but Perishable Satellite is really not what I'm looking for. And then we just have another rental, which is awful. Let's take this popcorn so we can just play a pair and then sell it and get some pretty good value out of it. Let's maybe play a lower pair so that we don't immediately score out. Nice. Sell him so we don't have to pay rent, and then play the 2 pair. So, I mean, if we get a planet card that does work, we have a money generator. Do we want to just take both of these? Not really. Do we have a better play? Not really. I think we take the Jupiter card and don't take the Pluto, as weird as that is. Does the Pluto end up paying for itself? I guess the Pluto ends up paying for itself. We'll just take it. It's fine. Okay, now we're looking for that flush. One more time for the flush. We do not get the flush. Tragic. We do get a high card that's scaled up, and now we get the flush. Not loving where we're at, but that's okay. The flush doesn't even win. That's so buns. The pair clutches up for us, but that's actually tragic. Pair would have clutched up for us if we didn't buy that Jupiter card, so apparently that was a good play. Could take a hung man, but I don't see how that benefits us right now. I'm looking to stay alive. I'm not looking to make plans for a late game that I might not even make it to. 500 points on a level 2 flush is criminal. This is why I don't like flushes, man. They're just less consistent pairs. Like, people give me crap in my chat all the time because I, like, am very vocal about not liking flushes. Also, we lose again. GGWP. They're just, like, if you're gonna play flush, I just feel like you should play pair instead. Like, they're not good. They're not good. Okay, well. Can't win them all. How did we even win there? We had rental popcorn. We took both the planets that we could have in our next shop. I guess just take rental popcorn and go into debt, and then we just die anyway. Because if we take rental popcorn, we can only afford Jupiter, which I guess is fine since we have the popcorn. But then we're not paying off rent. If we take the rental popcorn, we maybe survive until, like, the end of Ante 2, but I think we just die because we can't buy anything. I genuinely, like, it's seeds like that make me, that were, like, the genesis for making me want to, like, make videos on this challenge. Because it's, like, what could we have done differently there? If we don't take the Pluto, we die. Actually, I think we had one discard left in boss 1, so maybe we could have found another flush or like a 2-pair and we would have not lost, because Pluto was really only giving us like 30-ish extra chips. That's like a 2-pair since we had a pair of faces, so we could have not taken the Pluto. Then we get -$1. There's like nothing in this shop that helped us though. I genuinely don't know what we could. Arcana into Judgment, maybe. Just for curiosity. I'm gonna replay that seed. I might cut this out of the video. Because I don't know how relevant it's gonna be. But just out of curiosity, I genuinely want to see how we could have done this better. Okay, we have modest flush. Let's maybe try for a better flush. This still doesn't win, I don't think. Oh no. No, it doesn't. Okay. Play high card though, and this wins. Excuse me. $1. Red card is buns. We can't take this rental Sly Joker. Let's take the satellite. Let's take the popcorn again. Pair of 5s gets us to 440. Pair of 10s wins. We get 5 doubloons. Like, okay, there could just be like a glass red seal in the standard pack that we top deck, and that's how we win, but like, that's never the play, right? In a win streak scenario where we don't have the foresight of like what's in our packs, that's never the play. We can't re-roll because we don't have enough money. I guess we can just go next here. See if we top deck the flush. I actually don't remember how long it took us to top deck the flush. Okay, so we didn't have a discard left, so if we don't take the Jupiter card there, we just die. Unless we look for, like, full house. But I feel like that's never the... Again, in a scenario where we don't know the seed, that's, like, never the play. Yeah, now we just die. This is so odd. Like, how would one win this in a win streak? You never take rare tag. You never skip blind one in general. Why did I go for clubs? Hello? I guess that was better. Okay. Maybe I should just go for the worst flush. I don't think this extra dollar does anything, though. Always rip buffoon in this shop. Always are sad, but we always take satellite. Take popcorn. Go next. Pair of 5s into pair of 9s. Sell the popcorn. We have an extra dollar going into this shop. That doesn't matter. Take both of these. Play the high card that gets us 52. Play the flush. It's such a low flush that it doesn't win. And then play pair of jacks. That gets us out. Is the optimal play just taking rental Todd here? Could skip for a meteor tag? Like, what does that give us? What's our boss? Pillar. How detrimental is a rental when we have an econ joker? It's perishable, though. Like, that's so bad. All right, we'll take rental Todd for science. Let's go next. Try and top deck the flush. We'll go for spades since we have odd card. We had an ace of spades or an ace of clubs. That's fine. We don't hit the flush. We do hit a high card. 114. We hit the flush. Many, many, many points. Minus $3 plus $3. So we break even. 2 eternal rent. Like, this is what I'm saying. Is this actually just like impossible from a win streak scenario? Because if you're trying to like win, I don't think you ever take rental Todd. But like maybe you just have to on seeds that are as poor as this. But like now what do we do? Because now we need 2 flushes to beat the big blind at least. I'm not confident that we can score that high. If we reroll here, we're going into debt first off, but we're also relying on whatever is in this shop essentially being a rental that can carry us over the finish line. If we buy a pack, we're not going into debt, but we're broke. And there's always just the chance that whatever is in the pack is awful. Let's just go next here. Okay. Horrible top deck. It's not reliable to go for the straight here because flush is higher scaled since we haven't bought a Saturn card. Flush is higher scaled and we would only get one. We would only be getting 1 odd trigger no matter how we slice this potential straight. So it's never a straight angle. It's always a flush angle. Probably spades flush since we already have the 2 odds. Still a spades flush angle. High card here does nothing. We find the spades, but now we just die because there's no way that we top deck another flush. If we do, we win, but if we don't, we pass away. And I'm like super not confident that another flush is even doable. We have 8 diamonds in the deck, and we need 2 of our draws to be diamonds. I guess that's not the worst ratio ever, but still not great. Yeah, now we just die. Like, how would one reasonably win this from a win streak scenario? I don't understand at all. Skip small blind this ante? This is why I'm trying to get better with black deck. Because there has to be a line to where this is winnable, but I am not seeing it. Not even close to seeing it. Meteor tag, because it's like all the stuff that maybe produces a line of victory is like super RNG based. Anti-1 shops, there's Arcana packs that maybe have a judgment. If they don't have judgment, you die. Unless they have like Empress, and even if they have Empress, you need to draw the cards, or like Justice or something, you need to draw the cards that you enhance, which you have no foresight to be able to do on a random seed. So all the RNG stuff is just like not worth it. Same thing with this meteor tag. Maybe this meteor tag gives us either Jupiter and then our flush is higher, or like straights, and then we can play, you know, more impactful straights that get us through in one hand. But if this just has like neither of those, which to be fair is like kind of unlikely that it has neither of those, but even if it only has like one of those, if it only has one flush, we level up to 65 times 8, that's still not like as impactful as we need, and then we die. If it has nothing, then we're just screwed. We just died this blind. Like, I don't understand. And skipping is also terrible because, like, this run is awful, but if I don't skip here and then I win the small blind, our next shop could have, like, a goat setup. Our next shop could be, like, Ride the Bus Square Joker, and then we're just, like, set for eternity. I mean, not at this point, because, like, big blind, you still probably die with that combo, but, like, you understand what I'm saying. Like, our shop, skipping to try and, like, win in an unwinnable scenario, like, I guess if it's unwinnable, then there's no point, but, like, I still don't think skipping is, like, ever worth it more than just going for a shop if you need more strength. I don't know. I don't know if any of what I'm saying is even making sense, but I genuinely don't know how one would tackle this trying to win streak. I don't know. This seed is just so bad. Like, how would you ever get yourself out of this? All right. Let's go for another unseeded run. Welcome back if I decided to cut that out of the video. Probably not. I took that seed for a couple test drives and concluded that it was like impossible. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's possible to like consistently win streak black deck. I'm sure it is, and I'm just a goof, but like that last seed was awful. Yeah, we just always go for clubs, methinks. Punished. Can play the pair into hopefully some clubs. There's a lot of clubs. Okay, we win in 2. That's not terrible. Would have liked to have won in 1, but it's, you know, $5, $6 essentially allows us to buy riffraff, and that's it of the things that we care about, which, like, riffraff is very powerful, but what are the chances that it shows up first shop? Pretty slim. I mean, the extra $1 is also just impactful, but like that's neither here nor there. Rental shortcut is never the play, so we always take Scary Face. Scary Face is also just scoring, so it makes this blind a lot more consistent. That is, unless we top deck 1 face card as a part of a 2 to the flush. I think we still have to go for it. Perfect. Could go 2 pair, but that's only a ×2 multiplier, so I think we just stick it out for the flush. We get a straight flush. That's huge. That is huge. $5. Rental red card is horrible. We can't afford this Mega Spectral. Jumbo Standard, we're not strong enough to take. I think it just has to be Eternal Glutinous. It's bad, but like we can afford it with +1 Joker slot, right? If it gets us to the point where we're strong enough to like get out of this, to like get out of more blinds, then it's fine. Because like we've had many a winning run in the past where we just have 1 Joker that we took in the early game and it does literally nothing for the late game, right? Like even if Gluttonous is only useful for like this ante and the next, and then it falls off completely, that's still enough time to where, you know, we can get our footing. Do we have full house? We have full house. I don't think this wins. No, it probably wins. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think it won with Glutinous, but that's like a lot of chips, right? Juggler is not the play. We have no value cards, so like what are we trying to find with that? And it's perishable, so that's kind of just a waste of money. Strength could make a big hand, but I mean all we need right now is just 1 clubs flush. Strength maybe helps us out of a sticky scenario if we whiff face cards and hit 10s, but like how likely is that? I don't think it's worth spending $3 on it. I think we just go next. Yeah. This wins in 1, GG. So if we get a flush with 1 face card, a clubs flush with 1 face card, we can win this entire ante. That's useful information. We could take Crafty Joker. Chips are not what we need right now, though, so I think I'm more... interested. Completely forgot the word in what's in this buffoon pack. So 2 of them are rentals, and we have $3 to our name, so those are both, like, automatically not something we want to do. I think Smiley Face goes really well with our Scary Face. It's really bad that it's an Eternal, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And then Delayed Grat. We're probably not getting money from it, but there's at least the chance that we get money from it. Like, right here, we're gonna get money from it, and that's huge for us. So I think it's just always Delayed Grat instead of either selling Delayed Grat or, like, selling Oops for $1. Selling Oops for $1 is never the play, so I digress. But y'all catch my drift. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Acrobat could be pretty good. It's a ×3, and we have 1 less hand, so we're probably going to be going down to our last hand quite frequently. Let's maybe check this buffoon pack. We have a shortcut. I don't hate shortcut, but I mean, that's a 3rd Eternal. And 2 of our Eternals are already pretty much doing nothing for the late game, so I don't love that. Eternals, I would actually be more likely to take Eternal Sly here, just because, like, pair builds are good. But I think even Eternal Sly here just falls off way too hard so that we can't take it. I kind of want to take Eternal Shortcut, because I think straights could actually somewhat benefit from the Eternals that we already have. But, like, if I take the shortcut, we're, like, hard committing straights, and then if we don't top deck a straight, we just die, right? Like, straights scale really well as well, so, like, I'm not opposed to playing straights, but straights on black deck I don't love, because we have -1 hand is -1 opportunity to see cards from our deck. And if we whiff the straight, we just lose. Maybe not right now, but down the line. And we're kind of broke, so there's not, like, a guarantee that we're gonna have access to good deck fixing, because, you know, we're gonna need to take some time to get our money up. I think the best line here is just take Devious and sell him. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think Acrobat here is, like, completely fine, because Acrobat still doesn't, like, force us to pivot any particular hand, and it's just a ×3 no matter what we do. I think Acrobat here is fine. Go next. The fish is rough. This is immediately a scenario where I kind of wish I would have taken a shortcut, because that makes straights here way easier. Does shortcut actually allow you to wrap around? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Excuse me. Yeah, let's just go for the straight. We get no glutinous malt, but we do get malt off the Smiley Face. Maybe it was better to use a hand there to get Delayed Grat value, but also the likelihood of... That was kind of a bad play on my part, because the likelihood of us drawing a straight there was, like, pretty not good. We just happened to get lucky. Take Swash. Swash isn't bad on black deck, just because of the nature of having +1 Joker slot. It's also perishable, though, so I don't love that. Let's maybe just go next. I feel pretty confident in our ability to score, provided we get even a little bit lucky. This does not score what we need it to. I don't think. Actually, maybe with Smiley Face it does, but I don't believe it does. Yeah, no. It does not. This is also terrible. We get no scoring jokers triggering. It's not wraps, but, like, that's pretty bad when we're only getting $2 from interest for beating this blind. And we're probably cooked. Half Joker, pivot straights. Or pivot straights, Jesus. Pivot pairs. Half Joker, pivot face card pairs, because Scary Face is acting as like a quasi-blue Joker in that scenario. Yeah, that's at least consistent, and it gets us delayed grat money. Okay, maybe consistent was the wrong word, but more consistent. How much is like high card with smiley face? That's actually not even that bad. All right, well, we got to ditch delayed grat value so that we can maybe survive. And we don't hit the face card. Big sad. Don't know why I didn't play the club there. Oh, wait, we have acrobat. I kind of forgot. Okay, so we definitely could have taken delayed grat value there. I am kind of stupid. Chat. Big part of winning your Bellatra runs is reading. Shockingly, smash like. This looks bad, but we do get an automatic acrobat proc because of the needle. So I think we can just play high card here and win. Yeah. Delayed grat debuffed, huge. Can at least sell him for some doubloons. Telescope is on high card and flush. So telescope takes whatever your highest hand is here. So it doesn't guarantee both high card and flush, it just guarantees flush. But if we play one more blind, it guarantees pair. I don't think it's worth buying right now. We also have the flint. Oh god. Yeah, staring down the flint, we probably lose. I mean, we probably lost anyway, but like especially so staring down the flint. Do we maybe take this hallucination and just rip a Hail Mary Arcana into some money? I don't think so. I think we just go next. I think with Acrobat, we're pretty safe to go next. Big ass plane going over my house. I don't know if that picked up on the mic. Do we just lose? I think we just lose. I was not paying attention to our score. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'm literally a fool. What's your excuse? I want to strangle Jimbo. All right. Let's go one more. And then we'll end. This has been... Ooh. Hello. 2 investment tags. So I talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again just in case maybe this is your first time watching this series. Even for investment tag, I don't think skipping small blind on black deck gold stake is ever worth. I don't think it's ever worth on -1 discard. In general, I would say on the big blind, this is if you've watched every part of this series, this is a saying of mine that you know that you're like familiar with by now. In general, if you're going into the big blind on black deck with 0 scoring capability, like you're not holding a tarot card that maybe gets you score, you have 0 scoring jokers. If you're just relying on hitting like 2 flushes or a full house and a straight or 2 straights or a 4 of a kind or what have you, if you're going into the big blind with no scoring at all, I think it's about a 50-50 that you win. Which like that's decent enough to where maybe if this was just like a run that I was doing on stream that people were betting on, I would just like, I would skip for an investment tag here. I don't think, well, first off, I don't think double skipping is ever worth it on black deck. So I probably wouldn't skip small blind anyway. But if we're just pretending that this is like not an investment tag, I still think I play small blind here because from a win streak scenario, you want like the most consistent winnability that you can have. And I think it's about a 50-50 that you die to this big blind. So maybe if we're trying to win streak, that's like a really bad play. Now, obviously, we don't have a win streak anymore, so there is definitely an argument for just like skipping for an investment tag, playing big blind. And if we die, we just reset. But if you're in the middle of a win streak, I think you always play small blind just because there's a big chance. Not a big chance, but there's like it's a coin flip whether you die in the big blind just because you can't top deck what you need or what have you. But here it's like a little bit less worrisome because we have 2 investment tags. So if we get like some form of scoring in this first shop, we can just immediately skip for that investment tag and then we're chilling because we have mucho dollars. Okay, We get out in 2. That's fine. We really want a mult joker. Tragic. 2 rentals. Yeah, I don't think we can take investment tag at all. We do get some to-do list money. Actually, there's definitely a line. Because +2 mult on a flush does not win. I don't think. So there's definitely a line where we just go swashbuckler, investment tag, play the blind, go for the clubs since they're not debuffed, smash like. Play a flush. I'm going to calc this, but this shouldn't win on only +2 mult. It doesn't. Play the flush. We get $4 from the to-do list. Now we try and top deck another flush. Spades is better. Play the pair. Okay, now we have a winning flush. We sell this so that we don't pay rent. And now we win the blind with no scoring jokers, and we get to skip for our investment tag. Huge. List is on straight flush, so we're not getting list money, but that's fine. Erosion is super speculative here, because I think erosion is actually like... a lot of people, I think, don't like erosion. I think, especially with having $40 in our bank, erosion is, like, pretty great here. If we had another scoring joker, I would maybe pick it up. Just, like, snap pick it. But since we don't have any scoring whatsoever, this is very speculative, right? I think maybe let's go into this Arcana pack, and if this Arcana pack has a Hungman, we just hang him, and then we take erosion. Okay, there's a death card. That's not what I wanted, but that is, like, okay, I guess. Just copy kings for no reason. What's our boss? The Clurb. Copying kings is usually pretty safe. All right. No Hungman in there is pretty sad. So maybe we skip out on this erosion. Let's buy you. Let's hang on to you. Let's go next. We're sacking a little bit. I could have actually probably discarded for a straight flush list hit there, but it is what it is. We're banking on this. We're like losing $1 of interest here, banking on the Temperance being able to pick up the slack, which I think it definitely can. Let's pick up this runner. Scaling jokers are good. Straights are not my favorite by any means, but scaling jokers in general are fine. Let's play the 2-pair and then maybe go for like a low straight. This shouldn't win, right? Because we have +0 chips. And we just saw a flush didn't win. Yeah, this doesn't win. So we can get some money from the list. We do have a low straight now. That wins, I'm almost certain. I guess we can calc it. Ace through 5 straight to scale runner. Yeah, this wins. Is it even worth discarding for to-do list value here? I guess in theory, if we wanted to be ballsy, we have 8, 7, 5, 4. We could like discard the ace, the king, the 3, and the 2, and just hope that we draw to an inside straight. But that's pretty risky business for the black deck. I think I'm just gonna take my straight and my $4 and you know, have a nice day. I think I'm just gonna put the $4 in the bag, bro. Okay, Devil card is like always a pickup because at absolute worst, it's money neutral. I guess unless you die, in which case you probably don't care about it being money negative, right? And then we can buy Director's Cut or the Celestial pack. I think maybe Director's Cut is more meaningful. List is on pairs. I'm not super confident that we're going to be playing a lot of pairs, but like we could. Yeah, I don't think I want to play that pair. I'm not going to lie. Oh, this is awkward. Let's play the pair. Money's good. We have plus chips and plus mult. Ooh. play another pair and hope that we top deck a straight. Straight gets us out. Okay, we top deck straight flush, actually. That's huge. So the... Actually, we could just play the regular straight and then put gold on a face card, which is probably more meaningful. So let's do that. Let's just play the regular straight. I should have calced this, actually, but I'm very confident at plus 30, plus 10, regular straight wins. Yeah. Okay, we're chilling. The straight wins. We get $3 from the gold. Okay. Swash egg, but they're both eternal. Oh, God. Honestly, like, we're early enough where we need some extra points, and like swash egg is technically... Egg can be an econ joker for the rest of the game, and swash at that point is technically a scaling mult joker. This is not something that I would normally do, but Black Deck Desperation has me snap picking this. And then we have no rentals and we have a list, so we can probably take both of these packs. We could take a Saturn card, or we could take a Mercury card. Saturn's more explosive by like a lot, but Mercury is more consistent. And I think now that we have a scaling mult joker, we probably want the more consistent line. So let's go for Mercury. Holding this Temperance is also going to pay off like hugely since we have this this egg now. Let's go next. Okay. So for science, what does a pair score? Let me actually discard for to-do list value here. Okay, tragic. What does this pair score for science? Pair scores 2600. That's like not bad at all. Let's play another pair. We'll dodge some to-do list value just to get out of here. Okay, we get some money. We want to be playing straights really badly. Let's maybe take this Temperance right now and then go into the Arcana pack. Tragic. Let's wheel. Nope. Let's take the Buffoon. We get Rental Banana. I think this is fine. Cavendish in this build looks pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. We could play the 2-pair here. We could play the pair and hope for straight. This is kind of an awkward start. Let's just play the pair here. We get list value. We can get out with this much mult. Yeah. Okay, now we're just looking for a straight so that we can get more runner points, because the runner points are going to help us like quite a bit. Tragic. Okay. Now we're just playing into the list. Okay, we lose some of our mult because Splash is debuffed, but Swash is like somewhat picking up the slack, so I think that's going to be fine. Let's check both of these Buffoons. We get Blue Joker, we get Cartomancer. Those are like the only ones here that I'm interested in because I don't want 2 rental tags. And we have enough mult right now. I think it's just our chips. Blue Joker is more consistent for right now, but I think Cartomancer has more of an opportunity to... Well, like, if we're playing pairs, what do we really care about from Cartomancer? Pretty much just money. Maybe with the egg that's worth. I think right now let's just take the Blue Joker for consistency's sake. Dagger. If this egg wasn't eternal, this could honestly be a dagger run, like for sure. But I think with the egg being eternal and with the swash being eternal, we're like already kind of committed to keeping this egg. Well, we have to keep the egg, but like we're committed to keeping this combo intact. So the dagger is like kind of a nothing burger here. I think we just skip. Let's maybe take a reroll or two. Do we want to like planet block? Spend $6 to planet block? Maybe that's worth. What's our boss? The window. We don't have any like purple seals, right? Let's maybe just planet block. And we can even take another reroll. Fib photo. I don't think we want either of these. Fib is good if we want to play straights for the rest of the game. But with black deck, no hand voucher, no discard voucher, I think that's probably a very inconsistent play. So let's just go next. We have Ace, King, Jack, 10. Let's try and top deck a queen for runner points. We get the runner points. We're gaming. We do not get another straight, unfortunately, but we do win here, so that's fine. Rental banana. I gotta remember that. I completely forgot last match that I accounted for it anyway by accident, but I completely forgot that this guy was rental. Lots that I kind of want in this shop. We can probably delay overstock a little bit. Let's take the spectral immediately. Trance is very nice for playing pairs, which I think we definitely are. Familiar, Grim don't really do anything. Medium is pretty much on a pair build, only good for finding temperances for the egg. I think Trance is going to be a lot more consistent. So let's maybe pop a blue seal. Let's take the standard pack, I guess, for one more blue seal, maybe. Nope, tragic. Go next. Okay. I think we want to always start out by discarding for a straight for the runner. Spending $3 to scale the runner here, but the runner's going to be with us for the entire game, so I think that's completely worth just to have it score more. Because eventually, if we get the runner to a good point, we can sell out of it for... Or we can sell out a bluey for it. Let's maybe try some list. If we would have discarded 7s instead of 5s, we would have gotten the list. Oh, there were 0 7s in the deck. Okay, well, that was a complete misplay on my end. I should have looked at my deck. Because we would have just gotten an extra $4. Anyway, what is like our worst pair scoring us? Just so I can keep track of my score. So our absolute worst pair is 6K right now. So we can play pairs for this entire ante and not be punished for it. That's useful information. Let's take a spectral pack. Really hoping for an immolate. Ouija, red seal. Both of those are pretty bad. I guess we'll just put a red seal on a random card as opposed to just like skipping. And then we have the rental tag, so we pretty much have to go next. 2 pair. Spending $3 to get 4. I think that's worth. Does pair here win? I'm not super confident. I guess our pair is upscaled a little bit. Let's maybe go for the straight for the runner. One more time for the straight. How many 10s do we have? We still have all of our 10s. Tragic. Banana's extinct. So we have less mult, but we also don't have to worry about the rental tag. So that's like somewhat of a bonus. I think let's take overstock, because that's going to end up paying dividends. Maybe we take this celestial pack, but we've already demonstrated that we don't really need to. So I think we just go next. The hook is maybe awkward if we find our blue seal, but that's about it. Let's go 8. This 865 has less holes for potential straight, so let's go for the straight down here. Not a big fan of this. One more time for the straight. 8765. I don't think it's worth trying to play the straight. We do get rid of our gold value here. Oh, and blue jokers. Yo, I'm actually kind of stupid. I completely forgot that blue joker would be worse and that we lost banana. So yeah, we just die here. That's 100% my fault. All right, so I need to work on my paying attention skill. Tragic. Okay. Well, that's a 50-minute video. We did nothing but lose, but, you know, that's to be expected from the black deck. That's probably going to do it for today. I mean, what could we even have gotten to... We had like a wily or a zany joker in that shop, right? And that's what we could have replaced banana with, or we had like a star card maybe for like flush house. I don't know. I feel like we were probably we weren't destined to lose. That was 100% on me. I should have just played pair from the start and maybe we would have had a chance. Anyway, regardless, thank you guys for watching. Win streak is dead, unfortunately. Let's check our stats real quick to gauge where our jokers are at. Yeah, we did a ton of losing, so it's pretty much the exact same. I think Scary Face maybe squeaked up a little bit. I think Grimbo passed Supernova, but other than that, yeah, looking about the same. Looking about the same. All right. Well, we'll see if next time we can get another win streak going. Appreciate y'all for watching. There's a playlist with all of these videos in them now, so if you want to maybe go back to the inception of the challenge if you're new, I would encourage you to go to my channel and go to the playlists tab and look at that. Outside of that, stream tonight. We're going to be streaming until I hit C++. We have one sticker until C++, and it is the Baron, so I will be streaming until I get a gold sticker on the Baron, and then depending on how long that takes, we'll be doing whatever. So if you want to see me stream, check out the description. And follow me on all of my socials. Follow me on Twitch. If you want to watch there, we usually have a more lively chat on Twitch, but I also do stream on YouTube. So if you're just chilling with YouTube, I know a lot of people have YouTube Premium, and that's why they watch on YouTube. So if you just want to watch on YouTube as well, ring the little bell, turn your notifs on, and you'll get to watch me get C++. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with this series. I know this episode... The previous episodes were like every other day, and then this one took a while. So I don't know when the next episode is going to be, especially since I'm probably going to be busy-ish this week. But we'll see. Love you guys. Stay safe. Sleep well. And have a good one. Thank you for watching. Treat others nicely. And that starts with yourself.
I try so hard to be the bigger man. You